We are Five Alive. I'm Bobby T.
And I'm Martin, and we just had an amazing week in wrestling.
It was a good one.
Let's recap. So as we said in our past video, our Great Balls of Fire preview, it was kind of depressing. There was a lot of stuff that we were questioning, at least me personally.
Yeah, I didn't really know where a lot
and
of
I kept
stuff was
saying,
going.
I am a wrestling fan. I don't want to feel this way. And this week stopped me from feeling this way.
Oh, they changed a lot.
I'm a wrestling fan again, or a sports entertainment fan.
I don't know if they. It seems like they did a little bit of shuffle up on the writing staff. Maybe take a few of the weaker guys from Raw and put them over to SmackDown. Take the stronger guy from SmackDown, bring them over to Raw, because they've been building stories.
Exactly.
And that's something that we've been aching for. And I feel like one of the biggest complaints tonight, and I always go back to Goldust, he talks about how he's a little upset with this generation because of there's no sell left. It's all just this move after move after move.
Exactly.
And nobody's really selling, nobody's really telling the story. And I feel like this week's Raw completely switched that up.
So I am now prepared to say something I never thought I'd say.
Oh, jeez.
I was wrong. I was 100% wrong. I'm behind this Enzo and Cass story so much. The promo that Cass pulled out this week, the promo that Enzo pulled out this week.
Enzo's was amazing.
And then the inevitable betrayal. You knew it was happening, but still.
You know what, though? Okay, so I kind of knew that this is what was going to happen because I went online. I watched Raw in a half-asleep stupor, and then the next morning was like, oh, I remember everything that happened.
Because you were huffing glue?
And that, well, I mean, come on, man. It was Monday. So,
it's a day that ends in a Y. That's glue day for Bobby.
That's glue day. So, I kind of, in my head, was like, oh, I remember everything that happened. And then I watched a Raw recap, and they're like, oh, this Enzo thing. And then, so I knew that Kaz had turned, but even going back to watch it, not knowing that what was going to happen, and watching again and going, okay, I think they're going to be okay. Yeah. And then going, but wait, no, this has to turn. I know this is going to turn.
Right.
And then right up until that last minute, man.
It was just so good.
Wow.
The further down the road of the Hardy Boys. Plus, Hardy Boys and Finn Balor is not a threesome I knew I wanted to watch.
Oh, man.
Another set of words I never thought I'd say.
Well, one thing I actually really liked about the entrance for Finn Balor, and I actually texted you about this.
Yes, I saw that picture.
Broken Club.
Yeah.
And it's when Finn was entering and he's doing the light pop. Yep. And he got up onto the corner, and you had Finn up on the top,
then Matt
in the ropes, and then Matt, and then Jeff. And Jeff is doing the arms out, and Matt does the full delete right when the lights come up. It was really good, and it got me like kind of weirdly excited.
Yeah. It's never going to happen, but I was a huge
fan. It's not going to happen, but
because they don't like Finn Balor. Like, they love him to a point. I really believe this.
Who's this, WWE?
Yeah, I really do. Like, they love him to a point, and they see his value, but they just won't push him. They pushed him so much.
They gave him the first Universal title. What else do you want out of the guy? They shoved a rocket in his ass when he first came up. And it worked.
I know, but
Seth Rollins.
And then, I don't know. They just, I want it back.
All right, so let's.
Don't want Roman and Bork with the.
We know where that's going. So let's just.
All right,
we'll call this.
Good. We're focused on the good.
When Roman reigns, I think what we have to look at this era as now, sadly, is not quite as intense, but Hulkamania 2.0. Where we know what's going to happen there. So I think as fans of wrestling, we need to just go, okay, we know what's going on over there. Let's just watch everything else.
See, it's not Hulkamania 2.0. It's Cena. It's C-Nation.
That's fine.
It's C-Nation all over again.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not the first person to say
in that phase, there was a lot
of
other things that were really good. So we'll just focus on those.
Focus on the good.
So,
speaking of the good.
Oh, speaking of one of my favorite things I saw the entire show, Brock Lesnar getting all jazzed up to come out.
And then going pink in the face as Samoa Joe chokes him out.
Well, what I really love is that he's super blonde.
Yeah.
So, like, he's got this bright red face and then, like, these white and blonde stripes on his face. It was just really kind of funny.
They made Joe a monster, which is what they needed to do.
Joe was the monster he needed to be, and he destroyed an ultimate monster in doing so, and I think this is really going to be a good match. I still don't think Joe's walking out of this thing.
No, but I think it will be at least
this did a really good job of selling it.
Exactly. They sold the pay-per-view, which, Heyman had an amazing promo.
Absolutely.
And that was his promo was basically where we just sold the pay-per-view. Congratulations.
Yeah, pretty much. No, that was...
Then, and then they sold Sasha Banks as being a threat again.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about that one last because there is one more thing that we have to go to.
I did not
we have to go to the Roman ambulance bit.
Okay.
With Braun now owns an ambulance, apparently. He's just
I love the fact that in his time away, he started up an ambulance service.
I can just imagine, like, in Brooklyn, there was gypsy cabs and dollar vans and stuff. Does he have a dollar ambulance? Like, ooh, I broke my knee, and then like he pulls up and.
So in Rebecca's Taint, North Carolina, Braun Strowman owns
a gypsy ambulance. So that's got me a little excited for the event. Again, we kind of know how this one's going to go, but whatever. I think seeing Brock Lesnar red in the face, Enzo Amore putting on this amazing storytelling. I'm really excited for everything with Cesaro and Sheamus and the women's gauntlet.
Yeah, so good. So, I mean, they had to sacrifice Bayley to get it, but
it has to happen.
It has to happen.
Which is another thing that we'll talk about in a little bit. I think going into your unpopular opinion, I think they're grossly misusing her. Again, they're going to decrease the amount they're using her going forward, is the rumor. And I really hope that's not the case, but I think it's going to happen here.
Your best worker in the division. Get rid of her.
Yeah, who needs her, right? So,
sell Alexa Bliss.
So coming down first, we had Bayley walking down.
Yep.
And then just my monster.
Yeah.
I love her.
The thing is, Bayley and Jax have put on good matches, and this was a good match. Pretty much everything I expected, because I don't expect anything of Bayley anymore, which is sad.
That is really sad, especially because coming down was Emma, and now going back to when I got back into wrestling and when I wasn't, apparently Emma was a thing.
Emma's a badass. She is a badass that no one is aware of.
Really, because she's her mic work is awful.
Yeah. But she can do it in the ring. She really can.
Okay, I'm really hoping I see more of that because
in the style of Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. Like, you look at them and you're like, they can't do anything, and then you see them and you're like, oh.
Then they do like a dragon sleeper, and you're like, how'd you pull that out of?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so who else did we have come down to that?
Then you had Dana Brooke and
Brooke and just
Mickie
the squash
James.
out. Okay,
Mickie James is always fun.
So Mickie James. I just want to make sure I've got this right. No, it was Emma. She did the Tajiri cartwheel jumping, and to get completely just squashed by Nia Jax was so beautiful. Like, that really had me jump up, like, ah!
Yeah.
Can someone check Emma's face? So we get Sasha coming down.
Yep.
And at this point, and I had said this in past videos, I think that Nia Jax is amazing, but she needs to be put over as a monster, and she cannot lose. Mm-hmm. And I think they did an amazing job of doing that. At the same time, taking someone like Sasha, who was really kind of starting to show up in like random 205 bits.
Right, yeah.
And now she just killed a monster.
Yeah.
That was phenomenal.
It was awesome. She's going to lose, unfortunately.
You know what? I'm almost okay with it.
I'm not at all. I want the monster that is Alexa Bliss dead.
Okay, well, you have to remember this is a middle-of-the-road pay-per-view here.
I get that.
And it's the pay-per-view before a gigantic marquee pay-per-view.
I 100% get that as
So,
well.
if Sasha does lose, this really does open up her losing to Bliss, but beating Jax. And Jax is still, I mean, you can't discount her for one loss. Does this put together a three-way at
I think that's the
SummerSlam?
only way it happens, because you're not going heel at SummerSlam.
No, you can't go heel at SummerSlam. So here's the chance to really break up the Nia Jax and Alexa friendship, which is hilarious.
What's the point? What's the point of trying to make Alexa look like they were trying to make her look, like a human being?
But that could be a heel tactic too, though.
Yeah, but
she is a super heel, so don't forget that. And I actually do want to talk briefly before we go on to SmackDown about Alexa's promo. When she was talking to Jax, I thought it was really good. I see you're shaking your head, but I thought it was pretty good.
I disagree. And
she was playing a very good part.
It might be my blind hatred,
It is your blind hatred.
More likely,
which usually blinds most things that you do in life to this point.
I am who I am.
Known you for a while, and that's there was a fight to get you to watch Glow. So next up, we're going to move on to SmackDown.
Yes.
There's obviously the one topic, so we're just going to save that for later.
Yes.
The announcement of the Battle Royal.
Yeah. It was looking good. They set up a Mike Bennett, Mike Canales, I apologize, Sami Zayn match coming up soon, which I'm a huge fan of because I want to see those two go at it.
Sammy loses again.
Whatever, because it's going to be a great match. Don't try and make me feel bad. I'm not feeling bad.
Well, so because you were huffing glue.
Yeah.
You mistakenly. I only huff on Monday. It's you who is the everyday huffer.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The Battle Royal is going to be great.
So this brings up Sammy versus Mike.
Yes.
Canales, what are we calling him here?
Mike Canales.
We're going to call him Canales.
He was known as Mike Bennett, but now he's known as Mike Canales, which also sets up the weirdest heel thing in the world. He took her name! I hate him!
Yeah.
JBL just screamed during their debut, he took her name! Like he peed on someone's grave. It was the best.
The grave of marriage.
Yes, apparently.
All right. I think we're going to have some good results coming out of this Battle Royal. I think we're going to get a lot of guys pairing off, and then that's what's going to kind of start to make SummerSlam for us.
Exactly, and then you get Style Owens too, which is you got to assume. Which I'm a huge fan of. Style and Owens, they both can work.
So we got another. Well, I guess they changed the name now. We're no longer the Fashion Police.
Yes,
we're now Fashion Vice. So we stepped into the 80s.
It is the thing I look forward to.
It really is. It's going back to just I love the storytelling. It's goofy, but I'm good with it.
When they dropped the Eddie Money tickets.
Oh my god!
And Connor had to remind Victor, no, we listen to grindcore
thrash
metal,
death grindcore thrash or so. Yeah, no, it was amazing. But for them to actually take at the end, they're splitting
they took the 2 tickets
as they're eating the cheese.
Yes.
So that was pretty amazing. I
love cop, better cop.
I think we were both the good cop in there. So I actually one thing I do love about this is all of the Easter eggs. Mm-hmm. It's really when you look at the boards and just what they're putting up there is some of the funniest stuff. But then they get into the ring and they just get it done.
They can do it, yeah.
And it's good stuff.
New Day Usos had a good little promo battle, which was really good.
The rap battle's on its way.
Yep.
So all right, that's that, and we're going to talk the women's ladder match. Mm-hmm. So this week, I am both happy and disappointed in WWE at the same time. And it's this, I understand they're in a situation where they kind of can't win. I get this. But they had a horrible misstep with letting Ellsworth do what he did.
Yeah.
The reaction they wanted was what they got, but it wasn't truly the result that I think that they were going to get. Mm-hmm. So they give us now, this week was the women's main event week.
Right. Yeah.
And they gave us these amazing matches.
Exactly.
And we're going to talk about Asuka's match next. But these 3 matches were like match of the year type stuff. Right. Just phenomenal endings and everything. But it was a knee-jerk reaction to a mistake. Yeah. Why do we have to get this off of a mistake? Why does JBL have to, after the end of this ladder match, have to go, and look, she won it all by herself? Like, I didn't need you to justify this. How about you let her win it by herself the first time? You messed up. Heel move. You messed up, and now you're trying to correct history, and it's just
not a heel move.
Yeah, well, call it what you want it. They messed up. They know it, and they fixed it. But they're fixing it as a knee-jerk reaction. WWE, just come on, guys.
Speaking of heel moves, KO on Talking Smack.
Best Talking Smack appearance of all time.
Just the ultimate petty heel. I love how Owens has to keep stepping over the line to keep himself heel.
Always.
It's
Renee's
my favorite
face
part.
Might have been some of the funniest. When he first takes Daniel Bryan's cup, he's like, I'm going to take this. This is mine. He goes off camera. And then you see him come from the other, he drops it, comes to the other side, takes Renee's, like right out of her hand, if I remember correctly.
Spills water everywhere.
Spilled it all over the place. Doesn't even care. Heels out, just walks.
That was the best thing ever.
Owens might be my favorite part of WWE right now.
He's just so good.
And I can't wait to see more programs with Sammy and just going forward with Shinsuke and
Styles and everything.
It's going to be amazing. So now we move on to NXT and the bump fest that was Asuka versus Nikki Cross.
So I'm going to just do this first. Mm-hmm. This will pose a problem down the line because Asuka is so much better.
Yeah, this really kind of
everyone else in that women's division, and I'm talking main roster.
Yeah, the women's division,
just so much better.
Yeah.
So now that that's out of the way, holy crap, that was awesome.
Well, I actually want to go back with and I told you so. Mm-hmm. Back when all of the women's revolution started was right when I got back into wrestling. Mm-hmm. And they had done a ladder match, and then there was going to be a tables match at TLC, I believe it was. Yeah. And I said to you, we're about to see hardcore women. Mm-hmm. And just a couple days ago, and I'll have to find this picture to put up, Ruby Riott with a back full of tacks.
Yep.
Like, this is it. Yep. This is, you want a women's revolution, this is how you do it.
I'm a huge fan, by the way.
No match is out of bounds. And this, I think, with what Ruby Riott's doing, with this gauntlet match, the women's Money in the Bank, and especially this last woman standing match.
So good.
I am so happy with the direction this is going. It showed us that we're about to see some insane stuff. Yes. I believe it was a suplex onto a pile of chairs. Oh, powerbomb onto a pile of chairs.
A pile of chairs, yes.
Woo!
Yep.
Asuka's head bounced like a basketball.
The 4 fisherman neck breakers in a row. She just kept doing it.
Yeah, at one point after like the third one, you're like, okay, it's enough, we're good. Like, I don't need to see this anymore.
And then, of course, the suplex onto the table.
Off of the ladder.
Onto
through the announce table.
The announce table, which was not prepared.
It wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
The monitors weren't taken off. The top skirt wasn't taken off. None of it was prepped.
Randy Orton don't do that.
No, exactly. He wouldn't even throw a Bollywood boy, a Singh brother, or whatever the hell they're called today onto one of those things. But
cannon fodder.
We were actually just talking about this. When they went onto the table, they hit it. And there's like a half a second where the table doesn't break,
and then it
breaks, which means they took the brunt of that. And you can actually go back and see Asuka's legs like ragdoll
so
as it hits. So I gotta say, I really think this was an excellent week of wrestling.
You've restored my faith in wrestling. Thank you, WWE.
Now we have to go forward. So we'll see. I think we got this, and
I'm looking forward to. I cannot say how much I'm looking forward to the Mae Young Classic, because if this is the style of women's wrestling that they're going to be bringing in, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I am absolutely prepared for all of it. So WWE, make us happy, guys. You're doing it so far.
Screw it up.
So with that, we are 5 Alive.
Be sure to click like, share, subscribe, and let us know how you feel. Comments below or at 5 Alive VP on Twitter, Instagram, or the Facebooks.
I don't even have anything clever for this week.